and you didn't pour through. Now you hate yourself, you can look at me, look at me. Yeah. You made me. Look at me.
And what up? What's good with y'all? Alright, so what are we getting into today? Today we're about to be taking the 300ZX out, but we're about to be taking this thing over to Aaron's right now, and I'm taking this over there because I got a few things that I need to do on here personally. Right now Aaron's working on the 350Z. He's in there swapping the new clutch in there for me. He's like kind of in the middle of a pickle, frustrated with that thing because the trends shit's all hella high up and it's a bitch to get it in there and out with the LS. So he's over there fighting that. But I have a few things that I need to do to the 300ZX, and yeah, so I'm gonna be taking this over there, jacking it up at his house, and I'm gonna be messing with this thing while he's messing with the 350. Oh, cool little part about 300ZX is I ended up going to do some more street tuning with my tuner Lawrence. Remember I was telling you guys that it was ridged down low, and now it is all corrected. Drove this thing and it is phenomenal. But what ended up happening after the tune was it started kind of like over boosting. I started hitting the boost cut, and I was telling my tuner about it, and we were diagnosing a few things. We even turned the boost controller off, and it was still going up to about 25 pounds or so. So pulled the vacuum lines off, kind of was just checking stuff. Pulled the vacuum line that goes from the intake manifold over to the wastegate T, blew into that, and usually if you blow through it you'll be able to hit a brick wall, but as I was blowing through it I noticed that it was just going through, so indicated that something was leaking. Then I took the vacuum line off of the bottom port of the wastegate, blew in it, and then once I did that I could actually hear air coming out. And then when I put my hand over the boost controller, aka the MAC valve, when I was doing this, pushing on it, it was stopping it. So what that indicates is basically there was a rip at the diaphragm on the actual wastegate. Nothing with the boost controller. So what I need to do is I need to pull this wastegate off, have a brand new towel diaphragm for it. But as of right now, I got like hella stuff disconnected, so I'm gonna just drive over to Aaron's with all this shit disconnected, and once we get there I'll jump into putting this thing back together and fixing some stuff. But yeah, we got a pretty busy day today, so let me move the C6 around and let's get ready to head out and get on with the day. So you can see right here I got wastegate lines and stuff disconnected, and the T over here, intake all loose. Just want to make sure there's nothing that could possibly fall down and get in our way. Yeah, this vacuum line right here, this is the one that goes back into the intake, so I'm gonna tuck this over here in this corner for the time being. What's that side port on the wastegate's disconnected too? White Aaron over there slaving away. I think this is probably like the worst trans job ever. This fool hates it.
I don't hate it. I just don't like it.
This would have been done yesterday ago.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
See, it's very scientific. You let the transmission fall out and then take the car apart to put it back in.
Aaron's been frustrated. I'm pretty sure he's lost a few tools from throwing them around.
No, I don't do that anymore.
Dude, we were at the shop, he was hawking shit around. I'm like, bro, chill out.
Hey,
like,
show him the sign. Show him the sign over the door.
This fool was, he was really getting his white boy on. I had to sit there and talk like, hey, Aaron, calm down. You're having one of your episodes. Just breathe in and breathe out, Aaron. You'll be fine.
I'm used to getting them done quicker. This was not quicker.
So yeah, the reason why he's frustrated is because me and Aaron both have tunes with my boy Whipple, and I'm about to be getting this thing retuned, and Aaron's gonna be tuning his LS350Z. So he's like, man, I want to get your car done. That way you can break the clutch in and get it on the dyno.
Yeah, you can't really break it in the garage.
I mean, we can just let on and off of it, dude. Oh, I know a perfect way to break a clutch in. You ready for this?
I don't know.
You get like some 200 grit sandpaper and just sand it down like a little bit.
How about let's get the transmission back in and you can drive it?
Sounds like a better idea.
I'm gonna lift this hood up, let this thing cool off a little bit, and then I'm gonna get up under here and start pulling this wastegate and stuff off. Once I get in the air too, I need to check my fuel lines down here. I kind of smell E. So I think Aaron's happy.
Yo, it's in.
That's what she said.
Yeah, first time ever.
Oh, great. Hope we don't blow hella leaves in my car, man. Finally got a jack from Aaron. He's no longer using all 34 jacks. I'm about to get on this right now. They're over here doing yard work and stuff, so it is gonna be a little loud, and I got a lot to do, so I'm gonna just turn this thing on time lapse, and let's get this thing together.
I'm in the zone. Give me the throne. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. Keep that same energy. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Flow is like water. I'm forced through the fire. I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth. Following God and you grinding. You do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center. Word to Spike Lee. And God came in the nick of time. They think I'm crazy, but I might be. Let's run it up, run it up, run it up. We beating the odds just to sum it up. You know it's a rap, never waistlines, and I'm cutting the weight like a tummy tuck. That mean I'm about to give it out right now. You see what's coming down the line, I never pipe down. I give 100% of me, trying to stun on my enemies. In my element, as crazy as that might sound.
Alright, so finally got the wastegate off. It was a lightweight, a pain in the ass to get to, just because of the clearance, and I didn't want to pull the intake, or I didn't want to pull the exhaust manifold off, but I did manage to squeeze it through there. So next step is to I need to smash this down. We don't have a vise, so I'm gonna have to smash it down evenly and then have Aaron pull these bolts off for me while I'm holding it down. See what this diaphragm is looking like, because it is boofed in there. Alright, last one's on the other side. Yeah.
Just 10 pounds of pressure, Mike.
Over a small ass surface.
I know, I'm just kidding. You know what, though? You can let it rest against it. You can push as hard on it. Ready? It's out. There it goes.
Has like little islands that holds it in. Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
one of them's out.
Yep. Right here.
Yep. One of the islands fell in there.
So that was allowing pressure to get by, huh?
So you can see this little guy right here was sitting inside the wastegate, just in there chilling. So that thing had backed out.
I wish I had fucking my air compressor working. We could see if we could blow air through it. Or even like brake clean or something like that.
I don't see any rips in the diaphragm actually.
And you might be right. It might be just from that one little bolt.
Trends. Yeah. I know you love trannies. Yeah, I really don't think that thing was ripped. And this does have a when you look through here, this goes all the way through. So I think only thing that was wrong with this was one of the little bolts that hold the diaphragm on the piston right here. I think it came loose and it was just allowing air to escape through, basically creating like a little boost leak or vacuum leak. This definitely goes through. Look. Literally one of these little small bolts was causing me to overboost. It's crazy. Alright, so all that's back together. Next, spring in this thing. Then, bam. Just gotta apply pressure, get it back to sit. Make sure I don't pinch the diaphragm, so it has to go back on even. And after that, throw it right back on the car. Go do some pulls and see if boost is back under control. Downpipe everything back on. Kind of got this thing almost all the way back together. So kind of stopped doing the videoing because I'm kind of running out of space on here, but things are back together. I'm gonna probably reroute the catch can somewhere over here, somewhere that I have better access, because before I had it down here, but I think I want to get it inside the engine bay. That way it's just a little easier to keep an eye on it. All right, so just got the Z back on the ground and everything's all buttoned up. Move the catch can right here instead of inside there under the power steering cooler. That way it's just easily accessible. And as of right now, Aaron did finish up the 350Z, but for some reason the starter is wigging out. It's been like this before we put the clutch in, so yeah. I already contacted ISR about it. ISR is supposed to be sending us out a new starter for this thing, so hopefully we can get it by Friday or so.
Be good.
Yeah, that way we can get that in there and then drive it as much as possible to try to break the clutch in before we hit the dyno. But dyno appointment on Saturday, so definitely need to get this clutch in, or get this starter in here. Can't be bump starting it on the dyno.
I was gonna say that too. I was like, man, we can just bump start. I was like, wait, how are we gonna do that on a dyno? Can't do it.
I've been going too crazy. These niggas too shady. Speed limit 65. I'm about to do 80. Fuck them niggas hating on. I've been on the come up. You can go to speed.